Hello, I'm Sydney Colvin, and I will be attending Columbia College Chicago in hopes of pursuing my dreams of being an artist. A little background information on me is that art has always been my passion since the earliest days I can remember. I remember being that kid that everyone asked to draw something for them, or that kid that everyone envied because of their talents. And I indeed have many. I want them to all last as long as they can. Art has always been something my mom pushed me to do ever since I saw interest in it. And I never stopped because art became a way for me to convey my emotions. So whatever I feel, I can make it into a piece. And anyone could do it if they tried. But most importantly, art is whatever you want it to be. I reached for my passion like everyone else should. And I want to live my life the way my mother would have wanted me to live it. I know the journey will have its bumps and crevices all across the road, but I'm here for the full ride, no matter what happens. Everyone has the right to follow their dream path, but though it is now up to you to choose what you want to do with your life now. Your ambition and effort all depends on you. Though it may sound scary, it's the freedom that you all were dying for, to be seen as an adult. We are taking a step into unknown territory to discover more about the world and ourselves. We should be cautious, but at the same time, enjoy the ride and learn from the mistakes we make. Nevertheless, we should never give up on the realistic goals we have with our lives. We could reach high, but go a little bit at a time. I want to end this speech by thanking everyone near and dear to me for being here with me today. Alcott, you have stood by my side through my darkest moments, especially when it came down to losing my mom in April. For that, I am grateful for every single one of you. My family, I know I don't say this much, but I love you. I love all of you. And I will never forget that those days where you have supported me, even though I am shying away in my own world. And I know I was so difficult to handle. I know. I wish you could see this too. I know she's so proud of me and who I'm becoming. If only I had more time. My dearest friends, especially my ride or die best friend, whose name I won't mention, but she knows who she is. I owe it to you for standing by my side throughout all of high school and never leaving me. You truly have a heart of gold, and I do love you so much. As for my classmates and companions, I cherish you all. I cherish all the memories that we had together, whether it be weird and annoying in class, or walking to the corner store on Diversity, or going to Tony's. I've had so many good memories in Alcott and all around Alcott, and I'll truly miss all of you. Hopefully we stay in touch. I owe it to my teachers who were very supportive of me and helpful for getting me on this stage, especially with things that happened in the past and me not being so cooperative. And lastly, thank you for bringing out the best in me. I'm going to miss being a teenager and I'm going to miss being at Alcott, but you know, we all went through the pain and struggles of COVID-19 together, and we made it out. So, I'm glad to say, congratulations, class of 2021. We finally made it. Thank you.
Here we are, class of 2021. I remember as news of the pandemic grew in Italy, we waited for it to come to the United States. On Friday, March 13th, we were told to come back to school on Monday, March 16th, and that starting Tuesday, March 17th, we would be staying home for 2 weeks. I don't know about you all, but I was geeked. Working from home sounded like a dream. I had just gone to Costco and purchased all of this food to celebrate my dad's 84th birthday. That was that weekend. So I knew I'd have food because I had a Costco haul in the car. March 30th, it was announced that we would stay home and 1 more week, and then there would be spring break. But then days turned into weeks, and weeks turned into months, months turned into a year, and here we are. Little did I know that that would have been the last birthday I would have had celebrated with my dad. Not only did we at Alcott experience the worst that COVID had to offer in the passing of loved ones, but we lost even more. We had to cancel our Costa Rica trip, our Ecuador trip, graduations, games, matches, dances, barbecues, student-teacher Olympics, movies. But here are some things we gained. Compassion, which is a deeper understanding of our vulnerabilities and the things we carry, even when it might be unknown to others or hiding just below the surface. Another thing we gained was grace, a willingness to accept that we always won't be our best, or that others we look up to or count on may not either. And that's okay, because if we're okay, sometimes that's absolutely good enough. We also gained understanding, a recognition that some of us may have it worse than others, that we've all been through a lot, and that one day we'll look back and remember that we all know that, accept it, and remember how hard this has been. Another thing we've gained is patience. In our shared vulnerability, we know that things are far more normal and that each of us is coping and learning and adjusting in different ways. And the best thing we can do sometimes is to be patient with ourselves and each other in this process. And another thing we gained is flexibility, that as educators, as parents, as adults, as young adults, that being rigid and inflexible with our expectations and requirements may not always be what's best for someone else. Instead, sometimes the best thing we can do is recognize that our experience, our perspective, our opinions may not be the same as others, and that sometimes it's just our job to listen, to adapt, and to challenge ourselves, to make spaces and understanding for someone else. And finally, the last thing we've gained from this experience is weight. I've always said this about Alcott, that 4 walls don't make a home. The people in it and the memories made inside of those walls make it a home. This whole remote learning thing has challenged that and has forced us to think of other ways to make connections and build relationships. Music is very important to me, and song lyrics speak to me. There's a song performed by Maren Morris, and the words go like this. We're in the home stretch of the high times. We took a hard left, but we're all right. Yeah, life sure can try to put love through it, but we built this right, so nothing's ever gonna move it. When the bones are good, the rest don't matter. Yeah, the paint could peel, the glass could shatter. Let it break, 'cause you and I remain the same. When there ain't a crack in the foundation, I know any storm that we're facing will blow right over while we stay put. The house don't fall when the bones are good. She said, when the bones are good, the rest don't matter. Yeah, the paint could peel, the glass could shatter. Let it break, 'cause you and I remain the same. Well, Alcott sure has its share of chipped paint, and heck, I've even shattered some of the glass in this place. But the moral of this story is when you're building a house, you have to do certain things. You've got to build it on solid ground, use quality materials. You build it like you're going to live in it. You don't cut corners. You care about what it looks like. You maintain it. But even if these things go wrong, and maybe you can't afford to paint one year, you can't replace a window the next, and maybe you even let the roof leak a little bit. But when a house has good, strong bones, It ain't going nowhere. Alcott's got good bones. Our teachers are the finest in the business. Our support staff, educational support personnel, Nancy, Ms. Soto, Sylvia and Victoria in the cafeteria, Rosa and Maria, our custodians. Our partnerships with the Boys and Girls Club, Dr. Brake in Northeastern, One Goal Victory Gardens Theater. As young people, maybe you haven't thought about those parts of a house or the condo or the apartment. Maybe you've only had an opportunity to focus on the things that you see, hear, and smell, like when you go to your grandma's house, or perhaps an aunt or uncle's house, or whoever it is who hosts the big family holidays. You know where the creaks of the floor are. You know how it's gonna smell, like your grandma's tamales or your granddad's cologne. Maybe you're expecting a certain person to be in the kitchen or in the comfy chair, or maybe you've wondered if they're ever gonna take the plastic covers off of the couches, or maybe change those lace curtains. Or maybe your family has lost home after home and you don't have those kinds of consistent memories. But maybe, just maybe, one of those homes felt like the most like home. And so what I hope is that we've all at least had one memory where we can share where we were all together. And I wonder if we can remember what we were wearing or what we ate or what we smelled, but I definitely hope we remember how we felt. One of the last times I can remember our Alcott family all being together was the Student-Teacher Olympics. Granted, Mathino came out with his face all bloody, but we had fun, right? I hope that you have felt full, not from the cafeteria food, but from your soul being fed. I hope you feel strong, not only from the muscles you've made in PE, but from having a strong foundation. I hope you feel loved, not only from your teachers, but from the happiness that you got here. I challenge you to think about the fond memories at this time. So the song ends, call it dumb luck, but you and I can't even mess it up, although we both try. No, it don't always go the way we planned it, but the wolves came and went, and we're still standing. When the bones are good, the rest don't matter. The house don't fall when the bones are good. Thank you, class of 2021, for making Alcott stronger, for fortifying the strength of our foundation. You are not just another brick in the wall. The house don't fall when the bones are good. This year's Educator of the Year award goes to Ms. Christina Castillo. Some students have said she helped me at the times I needed a teacher the most. Even though I failed her class, she really helped me, especially because I was missing guidance. Another student said she's been really supportive of all of our decisions for after high school. Also, it has never not been fun in her classes. It's just a more relaxed environment in her classes. I felt like I was with a respected equal, not a superior. Another student selected Ms. Castillo because she helped them a lot with what they needed to do for college, and she also made their 5th and 7th period fun and interesting. Finally, because she is always cheerful and great at everything, another student said. So congratulations to Ms. Castillo for winning Educator of the Year. While this school year may have been complicated and extraordinary, the class of 2021 rose to the occasion and had fantastic accomplishments in their post-secondary planning. This year's class has more students accepted into selective and highly selective schools than in years past. The class of 2021 set an Alcott record for the number of students awarded to the City Colleges of Chicago's STAR Scholarship with 11 students. This award helps seniors at participating Chicago area high schools pay for college by providing free tuition and books at the City Colleges of Chicago for up to 3 years. Students are eligible for the STAR Scholarship by maintaining a minimum high school GPA of 3.0 and test college ready on their SAT or college placement exam. The class of 2021 also set an Alcott record for the number of scholarship dollars earned by a graduating class. This class earned over $11 million in scholarship monies. That's $11,005,688 to be exact. That is $4 million more than the class of 2020. I always said we are small and we are mighty, and what's even more impressive is that over 10% of that dollar amount was earned by one outstanding graduate. Adrian Anguisaka earned $1,283,804 scholarship dollars. After graduation, Adrian will be taking his talents to Dominican University. Please help me in congratulating Adrian for his outstanding accomplishment. Yes. The other top 2 scholarship earners are Teresa Contreras, who earned over $700,000, and she's going to be attending UIUC in the fall, and Paula Sepulveda, who earned over $600,000, and she is going to be my classmate next year at UIC. So congratulations, everyone. This year's Principal Award, we have some honorable mentions. Marcus Hill has grown so much. Sydney Colvin has also overcome some great adversity and acquired wisdom in the process that few adults have. Yaneli was also nominated, and a teacher said that she's been a positive force throughout her entire time at Alcott. She has blossomed into an amazing young adult who is compassionate, driven, and caring. Nellie should be chosen for this award as this teacher believes that she exemplifies everything we want an Alcott graduate to be. She works tirelessly, perseveres through challenges, and always does so with integrity. There is no one that I can think of more who deserves this honor. So thank you to the teacher who nominated Yaneli. I also agree that Yaneli is an amazing candidate. Another senior was nominated, Mathino. For many reasons. He is a respectful, well-liked, hardworking, dedicated student and has strong character and just generally is a very decent person, this teacher said. He has done a lot to serve others here at Alcott with student voice, but also he puts in extra time to be that student voice in district-wide efforts as well. He is humble, he is hardworking, compassionate, open-minded, and frankly, helped me get through this year, and that's rare that a student encourages others to be vulnerable and human while being intellectually deep. I have been grateful for his optimism, honesty, curiosity, and hopeful view of the world during one of the most historically challenging times in all of my years of teaching. Another teacher said, Mathino also has taught me a lot this year. I will carry these lessons with me for the remainder of my career. That's amazing and impactful. Finally, the last honorable mention that we have for this Principal's Award is Danny Rosado, the mayor of Alcott. He takes care of everyone. He checks up on us. He cares for us. He puts others first. Alcott is truly better because Danny was here. And finally, the winner of the Principal's Award, this woman is one of the most outspoken, insightful, and fierce young leaders that has ever walked the physical or virtual walls of Alcott College Prep. Fearless, creative, passionate, and brave in her ability to speak the rights of her peers, Black and brown youth, and equity and justice in our world, this student embodies growth for everyone, and that's the mission of Alcott College Prep. This student entered Alcott and made an immediate, positive first impression on all of us. Positive, upbeat, outspoken, and always smiling. This student first impressed us all with her openness, her warmth, her wit, and her humble and mature ability to speak up when she needed help. And in the blink of an eye, whether delivering the marquee performance at Alcott's first ever Black History Month celebration, becoming an all-city finalist for the LTAB, the Louder Than a Bomb spoken word competition, hosting and mentoring her Black student union peers with drive and commitment to the importance of upholding and uplifting Black lives throughout the summer of 2020, the racial reckoning of her junior and senior year in pushing Alcott's commitment to supporting its students and families in the pandemic, or by seamlessly becoming her class of 2021's go-to voice for fairness, equity, and integrity. This student has challenged us all to always do one thing: be better. We will always love and remember your fight. Brilliant, bold, brave, better, and unapologetically Black. This year's Principals Award goes to Alcott's very own Ariel Williams. Alcott College Prep thanks you. We have been humbled by your leadership, thankful for your brilliance, hopeful for all of our healing, excited for your future, and so proud to call you our alumna.
My name is Paula Sepulveda. I'm the valedictorian of the class of 2021. Graduates of the class of 2021, please rise for the conferring of your diplomas. Miss Moody, it is my privilege to present to you these candidates for a diploma from Alcott College Prep. Congratulations, graduates.
Gabriela Acosta, Adrian Anguisaka, Victor Arambula Reyes, Joshua Arriaga, Brian Iestas Martinez, Violeta Barcenas, Andrea Campoverde, Yaneli Carrasco, Citlali Chavez Morris, Amani Chiktohami, Kyle Cobb, Sydney Colvin, Brian Cortez, Joel De La Torre, Gerardo Delgado, Giovanni Escobedo, Juritzi Estrada, Cristel Fernandez, Veronica Fernandez, Roberto Gonzalez, Ashley Gonzalez, Ulises Hernandez, Marcus Hill, Dushon Hobson, Roman Lepiliak, Samantha Melgar, Jocelyn Mendoza, Yerabi Mendoza, Priscilla Mercado. Mathino Metcalfiel. Cameron Mitchell. Brandon Mora. Andre Mornetz. Kevin Ortiz. Claudia Oviedo. Max Emilio Oviedo. Abdul Hamid Oilik. Jabri Perkins. Haiti Ramirez. Emily Robles. Jamari Rosado. Daniel Rosado. Uvia Salgado. Evelyn Salgado. Yohali Sandoval. Hamad Sattar. Lucas Scherter. Sophia Semenishin. Paula Sepulveda. Melciade Somariba. Jack Spina. Abigail Tarbox. Julian Tavares. Karina Torres. Georgie I. Tudor. Julian Urbasuski. Edwin Valadez. Diana Vasquez. Arthur George Wesson. Carolyn Willoughby. Daquan Williams. Oriel Williams.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Education of the City of Chicago, and with certification of all graduation requirements, I confer upon you this diploma from Alcott College Prep High School of the Chicago Public Schools, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto.
Hello, my name is Mathino Metcalf, and I am the Salutatorian of the class of 2021. Members of the class of 2021, as a symbol of your graduation from Alcott College Prep, you may now turn your tassels. Congratulations, graduates of Alcott College Prep.
Good evening, family, friends, and faculty. Thank you for joining us tonight to celebrate the class of 2021. To my fellow graduates, we did it. We beat the system. I would like to first start off by saying that even though we were Wildcats, these past 4 years were nothing like High School Musical, like at all, especially our senior year, but we were all in it together. See what I did? I think back to September and I remember how after our very first day of virtual class, we all came back the next day and we were like, yeah, we're not gonna pass. Now look at us, we're high school grads. I can say with absolute certainty though that during our junior year, when we were doing research for college and other post-secondary pathways, none of us saw this coming. This was the year of trials and tribulations. Every single one of us should be proud of how far we've come. We did the unthinkable. We graduated during a pandemic. It doesn't matter if you always showed up to school on time or if you were late, present or absent, turned in all your assignments or had missings, passed with all A's and B's or just passed with D's. It does not matter. The year we just went through, be proud of yourself and do not let anyone take this moment away from you or minimize it. It doesn't matter if you were the best of friends or if you sat at the lunch table together or hung out after school. We all helped each other get to this point, whether you just lent a pencil to someone or you held the door open or did your part on group projects, which we all know is not the case 100% of the time with group projects, which is why I hated them and probably will continue to hate them in college. But anyway, we faced a lot of challenges. We faced a lot of trials. We made mistakes, and I hope we all learned from our mistakes. We took L's. This was the year of so many L's. My heart goes out to anyone who lost a loved one or loved ones over the past 4 years. My condolences to anyone who lost a loved one to the COVID-19 during the pandemic. I'm sure your loved one would be very, extremely proud of you for this achievement that you just accomplished. To anyone who persevered through these past 4 years with a mental illness or learning disability, hats off to you. You are brave, you are strong, and I commend you. To the teachers, to all teachers and staff who helped us reach the finish line, thank you. We appreciate you so much. We doubted ourselves so many times this past year. So many days of, I can't do it. I'm going to fail. We're going to drop out. We're not going to graduate. There's no way. Like, even until the very end, we were still saying these things. And you all were like, nope, you can do it. Si se puede. You're going to pass. You're not going to fail. You're going to make it to graduation. Like, thank you so much for reminding us that we were capable of this achievement. And we did. We just achieved it. It was the small things. Thank you if you just listened to us vent all the time, if you made your classroom a safe haven, if you were transparent with us, if you listened to our worries and our concerns, if you took constructive criticism from us as students. Like, thank you for listening to us and letting our voices be heard. It was the smallest things that you all did that helped us that you probably didn't even know. Ready to go with a smile on your face and teach class in the morning, even though you were looking at a black screen, even though you were struggling yourselves. Thank you so much for if you genuinely cared about our mental health and would do mental health check-ins with us. We appreciate you so much. We won't forget you. You have special places in our hearts, and we will miss many of you. Some of you did not just teach us textbook lessons. You taught us real life lessons and gave us words of wisdom that we were going to carry into our next stage, our next journey. To my fellow graduates, everyone keeps telling us, like, this is it. You're about to enter the adult world, adulthood. You're about to enter into the real world. But for many of us, we grew up way before we had this diploma in our hand. But as we enter the real world, go in bold. Go in with your head held high. Someone in my life gave me that advice the night before our first day of freshman year. I remember it like it was yesterday. They told me, go in with your head held high. And I walked up the stairs with my head up. I remember it like it was yesterday. So that is my advice to you all as we enter into the real world. Whether you're going to college or you're taking a gap year or you're going to trade school, military, the Navy, if you're working a 9-to-5, advocate for yourself. Speak up for yourself. Do not let people in authority abuse their authority. It's not okay. We've seen it enough in high school. And be proud of yourself when you do speak up. Make smart choices. We're all gonna make mistakes, a lot of them, but think before you do. And in the future, whether you're talking to your children or your brothers or sisters, cousins, nieces and nephews, your students, your patients, whatever, and you're asked like, hey, 2020, 2021, what was that like for you? You're probably going to be like, where do I start? Or if you're traumatized, like, let's just leave that year in the past. I hope everyone has a great summer. I wish you all the best as we enter into the real world. We're not on the playground anymore. We haven't been on the playground for a very long time. Be safe. Take this time to celebrate, enjoy it, relax. Saying we earned this is a huge understatement. But again, I am proud of us all. I hope to see some of you over the summer. Be safe, make good choices, make good decisions, make a difference in this crazy world. Congratulations, class of 2021. Live it up.